we're going to discuss about nouns. What are the types of nouns? As you can see on the right side of the screen, there is what we call a proper noun, and another one is a common noun. Proper noun and common noun. Ring a bell? I believe this is something that you have already learned in your primary 1, 2, and 3. So we're just going to do a quick review and a refreshment for all of you guys to still be able to identify the types of nouns in your sentences. Okay? So what are nouns? Can anyone tell me what are nouns? Can you define nouns? Anyone? That's right. Nouns are names. Names of persons, places, and things. And also events. So persons, places, things, and events. Now, if you're going to take a look at the illustration on the screen, you can see that there's a drink. A drink. There are objects in the table. You can see there's a mortar and a pestle. And there are like ingredients, there are spices. And there's like a blueberry over there. So basing on what I've mentioned, basing on the words that came out of my mouth, what do you think are the kinds of nouns that I said? Is it a proper noun or a common noun? What do you think? Now in the next picture, you can see there a photograph of a little girl on the right. What if I tell you that her name is Charlene? If that girl is Charlene, then her name Charlene, what do you think is the type of noun that Charlene can be categorized as? Is it a proper noun or a common noun? Think, guys. Now on the left there, you can see there an image of a little girl, but it's a superhero. It's Wonder Woman. If I say Wonder Woman, what comes out of your mouth? What comes out in your minds? Wonder Woman, a proper noun or a common noun? Now let's go ahead and identify each one of them. Proper nouns. Proper nouns, class, are the name of a particular person, event, place, or thing. Examples are Freddie, Canada for the country, that's under place, Coca-Cola, it's the name of the company, and Christmas, a name of an important event in our lives, at least for the Christians. So, Freddie, Canada, Coca-Cola, and Christmas. Generally, common nouns do not start with a capital letter unless it is the first word of a sentence. But if you talk about names of companies, I'm sorry. Now, for the proper nouns, generally, they begin with capital letters. I'm sorry about that. So they begin with capital letters. If you see my example, the name of a person is Freddie, the name of a place is Canada, Coca-Cola, name of the company, and also Christmas, name of an event. So these are categorized as proper nouns and they begin in capital letters. Got it? So that's your clue already. Once you see something that's written in a capital letter, automatic, that's already a proper noun. Unless you see some words that are not actually nouns, but they are placed at the beginning of the sentence. Of course, you capitalize that. Okay. You get it? Everything clear? Now let's move on to the next type of noun. But before we do that, I will go and show you a couple more examples of proper nouns. We have here Fergie, Sinyang, that's the name of a person. Singapore, that's our beloved country. Bugis Street, Takashimaya, that's the name of one of the malls in Orchard. JCO Donut, our favorite donut. Chicken rice, curry chicken, MacBook Pro, iPhone X. I wrote this down. I typed these down in capital letters, in bold letters, but normally when you write them on a piece of paper or when you're going to type them down, you will just capitalize the first letter of the names over here on the list. Okay? Now let's move on to the next type of noun. That's a common nouns. What are common nouns? Can you read? Common nouns here are defined as not the name of a particular person, thing, or a particular place, but it is a word that is used to refer to the class or group to which the proper nouns belong. So it is like a collective name of the proper nouns. To explain to you guys further, let me go ahead and show you examples of the common nouns. Dog, rabbit, juice, fruit, grandmother, house, mall, pencil, chocolate, car, book, wedding. Now, if you're going to transform these common nouns into proper nouns, then you are going to state a particular name of, say for example, the first example, dog. It's a dog. That's a collective name of an animal. Now, dog, we can say the name of the dog is Whitey. Right. So dog is the common noun, Whitey is the proper noun. How about juice? Can you give me an example of a kind of juice? No, we can say my favorite one is a Korean brand. We can say Maxwell juice. When you say just juice, then that's a common noun. It's the name of a drink. It's a type of a drink. It's a common noun. But if we say Maxwell juice, when there's already the brand, then that becomes a proper noun. Just like a pencil. One of the most popular brands of pencils is called Mongol pencil. So when you say just pencil, that's a common noun, but when there's the brand already, then it becomes a proper noun. How about grandmother? Your beloved grandmother. Collectively, we can say the female grandparents are grandmothers. But if you have a name for your grandma, you say Grandma Lita, Lita is already the proper noun. Is already a proper noun. Okay? How about chocolates? What is your favorite chocolate? Chocolate is a name of a food. Now, it is categorized under common nouns because it's a collective term. But if we say, I like Hershey's chocolates, then that makes it a proper noun. Okay? How about wedding? Wedding is the name of a celebration. Wedding is a beautiful celebration whereby we gather and we join in the celebration of our good friends or of our family members. Who has not attended a wedding here? Highly impossible, right? So wedding. Wedding is a collective term, is a common term for an event. But if we say Indian wedding, if we say Muslim wedding, then that makes it what? Correct. That makes it a proper noun. Okay? Last example. How about we say a car? There are a lot of types of cars that we see on the road, especially when you are in a highway. What if I say Audi car? Then that makes it a particular name of a vehicle. Audi. Audi is a proper noun, but when I just say a car or a vehicle, then that is the common noun. Get it? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Here's the clue. If I gave you a clue in a proper noun, then I also have something for you in the common noun. The common noun can be preceded by an article such as a. You can read it as a or a, and then there's an for the ones that begin with the vowel letters. A, e, o, u. You can precede it with an or the. So you say the car, the dog. So you don't say the and then the name of the person. The Annalisa. No, you don't say that. Okay? So that's the clue for the common noun. It can be preceded by an article such as a, an, or the. Alrighty, let's go ahead and practice. Let's see how much you've learned and how much you have mastered with our review. If I say, number one, guys, if I say a mountain, is it a proper noun or a common noun? A proper noun or a common noun? A mountain. A mountain is a common noun. All right. But what if we say, what's the famous mountain in Australia? Is it Ayers Rock? Is it correct? If I say Ayers Rock, then that is a proper noun. For this one, a mountain, this is categorized as a common noun. All right. How about birthday? Birthday. If you notice, everything here is capitalized. I just would like you to think and ponder on if on what category you're going to put these words in, whether it's proper noun or common noun. If I say birthday, birthday is common noun. How about Mrs. Ung? Mrs. Ung is a particular name of a person. So Mrs. Ung is a proper noun. Then if I say Starhub, oops, sorry, let's go back. If I say Johnny, Johnny is a name of a guy, Johnny, or it can be a name of a little boy. Johnny is a proper noun. How about Starhub? Starhub, the name of the company, the name of the telco. Starhub is a proper noun. How about when we say a truck? A truck is a common noun because it is a collective term for a vehicle. A truck. Truck is a common noun. How about coffee shop? It's a common name of a place. It doesn't have a particular name. We say coffee shop. Coffee shop is a common noun. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and dissect the sentences here we have in front of us. Let's begin with sentence number 1. My sister is coming home next week. Now, this time it's going to become a little trickier and a little harder because we are going to identify in these sentences which are the words that we can say or we can categorize as nouns. And from then on, we identify if it is a proper noun or a common noun. So we begin with, my sister is coming home next week. My sister is coming home next week. Which one is the noun there? The noun normally is the subject of the sentence. All right? So here, the subject is my sister. Sister, the word sister. Now, I'm going to ask you, is it a proper noun or a common noun? Sister. She did not say the particular name of her sister. She did not mention what the name of her sister is. So we can only say that sister here is the noun. So in this sentence, sister is a common noun. All right. Number 2, Mr. John likes to go cycling to work. Mr. John. Mr. John, we can say John here is the last name of a person, last name of a man. Mr. John is the subject. So, subject normally is the noun in the sentence. Mr. John, particular name of a person, then that makes it a proper noun. All right. Number 3, do we have to attend the wedding? What did I say earlier? Common nouns are normally preceded by an article called a, an, or the. So if I say the wedding here is a common noun, correct? A common noun. Perfect. Number 4, The cycles in this shop are all brand new. So if we say cycles, that's the subject in the sentence, and we don't see anything else in there aside from cycles that we can identify as a form of a vehicle. It's a collective term for vehicle. So it doesn't have any particular brand, just cycles. It doesn't say what type of cycles are we using, electronic ones or the manual ones. So cycles. Cycles, that makes it a common noun. Okay, last sentence, final sentence. The World Health Organization is organizing a health workshop in our capital city. World Health Organization. Now, this is tricky because I mentioned earlier, normally common nouns are preceded with the, and a. So if I say the World Health Organization, does it make it a common noun? Is it a common noun? No, it is a proper noun. It's the name of an organization, a name of a company. World Health Organization. If you notice, they are all capitalized. WHO, that's its abbreviation. So it's a particular name of an institution. Correct? So that makes it what? Proper noun or common noun? A proper noun, right? Alrighty, so you guys, I hope that you have learned something from me today and from our lesson today. And don't forget Mr. Molière, our good guy, our good friend from France, the French dramatist. Alright? English, guys, is a very strong tool that you can use in your daily living. Okay? Remember that, keep that in mind, and I have to go for now. Thank you very much for attending my class.